easy to get. They don't throw it a whole lot either. And Burmeister's fast, and he's hard to get his hands on. So I thought our guys did a great job. Created a turnover, got some sacks, and then those explosive plays on offense and in special teams, it's always going to be the big difference.
It just seems like Dante Pettis comes up with these punt returns right when you guys need him.
Yeah, he's an opportunistic player for sure, and I think he made about 3 guys miss, and we kind of always talk about that in the return game. I mean, to make something good happen, you're going to have to make one guy miss. You're going to break a tackle, and to get a really good return, you're going to have to probably break 2, and to be special, you're going to have to break 3. And I think I saw three guys, him kind of making miss, and so he did his job.
Do you think you're the best punt return coach in NCAA history?
I don't want to bring it up, but since you did, yeah. I mean, what I am is I'm smart in getting good players, in those positions. And, yeah, he just got a knack. Dante's a really deceptive guy. Even as a receiver, because he's a long strider that has tremendous suddenness to him. I mean, he can still stop and start. We don't run, that's not our style, but he can do that. And when you see how much ground he covers, with those long strides, you think he's not going to be a guy that can change direction, stop and start. But he can, and he's really deceiving. He's just got a feel for space as well.
Keyshawn was saying that when those punt returns, yes, there's Dante, but there's also the guys in front of him like Ben Burke-Hervin and what they do. I mean, do you think people kind of, underestimate the insulation around a guy like Dante to help make that happen?
Well, I don't think so if you watch the tape. I mean, our guys, they take a lot of pride. I mean, and Dante's the first that'll understand, if he doesn't get a chance to get that thing started. And if we can just get it started, we got a chance for something good to happen. So those guys block hard up front. I think Bob Gregory does a great job of kind of mixing different rushers going towards the punter. And Dante played it well. They kind of changed their style last week in terms of a little bit of rollout and not kicking it super far. And so sometimes those are hard to get your hands on the ball to make a guy miss, but he came through.
Anybody else?
Of course, defensively, I mean, you look at what you guys did, and of course, 2 turnovers, and your linebackers were really active tonight. I mean, how pleased with what you saw from them? Because it seems like each of them did something to kind of contribute to the win.
Yeah. Well, I think the whole defense needs a lot of credit. I think it always starts up front. The whole defense is designed to get those linebackers to tackle. But again, when you throw for, I don't know how many yards it was, but it wasn't many. I mean, that's great team defense to be able to slow that really good running team down enough to keep them out of the end zone, not let them throw for any yards. I'm proud of those guys.
Do you also coach LaVon Coleman on the sit and spin?
I actually didn't even see it myself till I heard the crowd because I saw him go down. I was looking at the sticks to see if he got the first down. But LaVon's a hard-nosed player. He's tough, and he goes one speed, and he kind of goes like that in practice as well. And it's amazing when those guys practice a certain way, the carryover that you see in the games. And when guys don't practice really well, you usually see that in games too. But LaVon, he practices well.
Jake tonight?
I thought Jake was efficient. Thought he hit a few deep balls. It was nice to get that deep ball going. I know there's one we'd like to have back. I think Dante had a step and kind of overthrew him. That's one thing that we'd love to give especially him, a chance to go up and make an athletic play on it. But I thought he was efficient, and when we can strike deep, I think that changes our offense.
75 career touchdown passes tied to the school record.
That's nothing to talk about for how many he threw before he got here. So he just, I mean, it's awesome. That guy's a heck of a passer. But, I think the best thing about Jake is he doesn't care if he throws it 11 times like he did last week or didn't throw it a whole ton tonight, but he's efficient, strikes when he can, and however we need to win the games.
Tell us a little bit about the 2 plays. First of all, Savin's long run, and then, Miles, faking it and being able to take it a long way. Can you break those down for us a little bit?
Well, we've been given Savon the ball in those reverses, so everybody knows we put him out there, we're going to do that. So we kind of had that one crafted up. We've run that a few times in the past with not a bunch of success, and we know what it takes to make that play work. And so we finally got this thing started, and it was, it was good. The Lions got a little call in there. They make sure that everybody knows it's a reverse when it's not really a reverse, and it was good. So it got their attention. And then, it's just about, for Savant, it's just about creating space for him, different ways to get him the ball. And, I think each week we feel better about that.
Miles set some records again tonight as well, too. What was he doing tonight that seemed to be really effective for him?
Yeah, being Miles, I don't think there's anything special. He just kind of always looks the same to me, and I know if our O-line will keep guys covered up and not give him a chance to not be hitting the backfield, and then give him a little crease, his patience, he's going to find it and just keep things alive until away he goes. But I think it's just how he plays, and he's a really good runner.
Of course, of course, those chunk plays for you guys are a big thing, but what do you think that does to a defense when it's constantly happening? Because at one point in the second quarter, you had 7 plays of more than 20 yards. Is that kind of sort of, for lack of a better term, like the kind of sort of soul-crushing effect that you want to have, or how would you assess it?
Well, I think everybody is trying to, everybody knows creating explosive plays and stopping explosive plays is a huge indicator of who's going to win the game. It's turnover. It might be more of an indicator stat-wise than even turnovers. So everybody's trying to create those. It's just how you get that done, and it comes down to execution, really. Precise execution. It's not like, we don't have things dialed up, each game, but it just comes down to really good throws or really good blocking or somebody making a guy miss. But when you can get the explosive plays, it changes the game for you.
Talk about Aaron Fuller's game.
Aaron Fuller, yeah, it's really nice to see him. I've been waiting for this, and maybe it's just because we threw him the ball just a little bit more. I'm not sure why, but the guy, he's a good player, and I actually think he can be a good punt returner too. We just have a really good one in front of him, and so, but it was nice to kind of see some productivity, and I really felt like all week watching him that another guy that practiced well. I felt like, he just looked like he was going fast. He was precise in what he was doing, and you get into November, it's different football now. There's just a lot of guys that are hurt and out, and a lot of guys that are beat up, and it's hard to really practice at a high level. And those guys that can do it and those teams that can do it are going to keep winning.
I think Ben McCurvin had 10 tackles at half, maybe. Was there something about Oregon's specific scheme that really allowed him to just find the ball?
Well, what I think it is Oregon's a lot of side-to-side stuff, and Ben's got great speed, and he's got really good instincts, and his job is to make sure he stays in the box, that nothing's going on there. But he's one of those guys with his instincts that he can sniff things out quickly, but then he's got the speed to go chase guys down side to side, and he's, he just gets better every game. We're really proud of that guy.
Luke Wattenberg with his first start today. What'd you see?
I put the tape on there. I saw a few things that I liked that were good. I think it was good for him to go play a whole game. Moved Andrew inside, which was a little bit different. We're just trying some different combinations. Trey's a hard guy to lose. Those are big shoes to fill, and so we just want to try different combinations to see what gives us the best chance to win and protect the passer and run the ball. And we really need to watch the tape to make a strong opinion on that.
Sounds like Quentin Pounds might be out for a bit.
Quentin, yeah, he's out for the year. He hurt his knee in practice, non-contact. Just another one of those things.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.